This was a hard one to make, ladies and gentlemen. Not gonna lie. You know who it is, the good doc, back again once again. Everything you need to know about me listed in the link in the description area below. I have to say that this is probably one of the more realest videos you'll ever get from me. I'm gonna try to make it quick. I got things to do. But in the meantime, in between time, let me share with you the downside of being in a relationship in the Philippines. I think that there are a lot of, not negative, but a lot of downside aspects of being in a relationship with a Filipina. But I believe that one of the main reasons or one of the main downsides to being in a relationship with a Filipina is there are too many options in the Philippines. Let me repeat. One of the downsides of being in a relationship with a Filipina is there are so many options in the Philippines. Now, imagine coming from a Western world, you're not used to having a lot of dating options that are viable dating options, like something you can actually, or somebody you can actually see yourself with. So you come to a country and you have all these women staring at you, gazing at you. Not saying that they all want you, but you're getting more looks in the country than you would in your own home country, right? But you've already got your girl. Your head's constantly on a swivel. You're constantly looking around. You're looking at who's looking at you. You're like, damn, did I rush into my relationship? And I think that that's where things start to get a little iffy for myself when it comes to this particular downside, because you start to question your relationship. You start to say, damn, did I do this the right way? Am I really with the right one? And all of this stuff. And then what tends to happen is anytime you get into an argument or a disagreement, no matter how minor, your mind quickly jumps to, damn, I need to get me a new one. And I do believe that that really does function as one of the downsides of being in a relationship in the Philippines, because you have too many options. If I speak from my own personal relationship, because you guys know that I've been in one for a little bit of time, I like to think of me as the type of person that's been there, done that. You understand? Back when I was 18, 19, when I first got into the country, actually, I came when I was 17. I kind of went through all that. I kind of went through the whole dating aspect. I kind of went through, the whole dating scene, and I really did develop, a thought on the type of woman that I want to be with. And currently, I feel like I'm exactly where I need to be and exactly who I need to be with. But in hindsight, a lot of you guys don't have that luxury. The luxury that I had is the luxury of time. I wasn't in a rush, didn't have to rush into anything. I had all the time in the world. I was there for a decade, people. So I had no rush and I had no reason to, jump into anything serious. I think that the luxury of time is not on everybody's side. So you kind of feel like with your 2-week, 3-week vacations, when you're trying to find the one that you believe to be the right one for you, we encourage you not to rush into it. But sometimes you find yourself thinking that she's the right one because she's displaying all of the characteristics that you believe to be accurate. But then you come across another one and she's kind of showing you the same thing, maybe a little bit something better. So now you have a decision to make. And, if you made the decision to be in the relationship with one, and then that kind of sort of has its downsides or its down issues, you kind of be like, damn, what would it have been like if I would have been with this girl? You start to question, like I said, and I think that that's really the biggest downside of being in a relationship in the Philippines. A lot of guys that tell you, man, be the bachelor for life, man. You'll live a better life there. But that's not how it always works for a lot of guys. You understand? That's not going to be the way that everybody in the Philippines wants to live, especially my foreign gentlemen. Sometimes you just want a girlfriend. Sometimes you just want to be in a relationship because, again, it makes life cheaper. Dating around is effing expensive, people. Dating around can be expensive. And then you got to understand that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. You got to understand that maybe you have an argument or a disagreement with your young lady, whatever it may be. But just because you have that argument doesn't mean that you need to run to the next chick because you think that you're not going to have those same issues with her. You understand? So again, the downside of being in a relationship in the Philippines is the fact that there are too many options. And because you like to exercise the fact that there are so many options, or you kind of sort of get into something, but you want to get into something else, it kind of just diminishes you over time. I think that it really tires people out. And I think that you start to make mistakes when you start to think that everything is better on the other side. You've heard of conversations where guys were with women in the beginning, they did everything the right way. But because they felt like, damn, the other girl, she's a lot more sexier, she looks a lot more better, you jump to that, then you lose the first one, and then you've been constantly trying to chase the woman that you first had because you can no longer go back to what you used to have. You hear about those conversations all the time. So I want you guys to just be open minded to the fact that you don't have to rush into anything at all. I want you guys to take your time if you can. I encourage you to do so. Marriage is not something you need to rush into. Dating around however you deem necessary, just do it with precaution. I think that that's always your best option. That way, when you exercise the fact that there are too many options, you start to think ahead of the game. For myself included, I mean, you can have a bunch of girls staring at you. I did a live stream the other day, or a while back, I'm sorry, about how, when you get into a relationship, things drastically change. You would be surprised at how many girls that see me literally holding hands with my young lady in the mall, but they'll stare me down. They'll eye me up and down like it's serious. You understand? Now, my lady don't play that shit, but in hindsight, you're gonna have that that pressure, that peer pressure, or not peer pressure, but you're gonna have that pressure, and that thought in the back of your head, like, damn, she kind of cute, man. What would it be like with that? You're gonna have those questions. And ultimately, how I combat it, honestly, I don't pay it any mind because I've learned over time that, I know how these girls are nowadays. I've kind of been able to examine myself and examine other women and really know exactly what they're looking for. And, I can pretty much size them up relatively good now. I'm not great, I'm not perfect, but, I got a good idea when people are just in it for something that they can benefit from rather than just being, just the fact that they want to be with me because they're, you know, fascinated or whatever it may be. So, again, am I perfect in my relationship? Pfft, hell no. Far from it. But you know what? I do right by mines. I make sure I take care of mines. And I think as long as you do that in yours, you'll be good to go. You know what I'm saying? You'll be good to go. So, downside of a relationship in the Philippines, like I said, there are so many options. It could definitely uh, mess things up if you allow it to. Again, got to be careful with how you choose to navigate your way around the country. Trust me. All right. That's been a good word from the good doc. Hope you guys are blessed. Take care. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.